Okay, my mic was on mute. That was fantastic. I'm gonna leave that in just because it's funny. Just because it's funny. So, I just want to make a quick video. Say that as of today, starting now, actually it'll probably be starting tomorrow. Really, I'm gonna start uploading the Batman Arkham Origins playthrough. I'm gonna finish uploading it. Because I need to get it finished uploading. There's like a ton of parts still to go, and I've rendered them all out and everything. It's just a factor uploading them because my internet is so terrible. You know, I have to leave it overnight or during the day. So what I think I might do is set one to upload overnight, and then set another video to upload during the day while I'm at work. So basically, Monday to Friday will be 2 videos a week. But Monday to Friday there'll be 2 videos a day, and then Saturday and Sunday there'll probably be 1 video a day, because I'll be using the computer during the day, so I don't really want to upload a video during that time. Got my Mawams. I freaking love Mawams. Mawams are the best. I don't know if that's the right way around. No, it's not. Mawams are amazing. I think it's like Taffy in the US, but here we have a brand called Mawam. They're owned by Haribo, I think. Yeah, they're owned by Haribo. You can see that. Can't you see that? Yeah, but anyway, they're owned by Haribo. But yeah, I really like them, so I'm just picking out on them right now. Basically, I wanted to just quickly make a video saying that I was going to carry on with Batman Arkham Origins. I'm also planning on what I'm going to do is I'm on kind of a little mission to replay a bunch of games, as well as get through my Steam inbox backlog thing, whatever. So this includes like not just PC games, but things like PS3 games that I bought that I haven't finished, like Ni no Kuni, the Kingdom Hearts HD remix. I want to play Uncharted because I've never played those games before. Red Dead Redemption, I really want to actually try and properly get through that, even though I don't like the game. I really don't like it, but I'm gonna try and finish it, because I've never been able to get very far in the game without getting kind of bored. I think the furthest I got into Mexico, and then Mexico was a really bland landscape. I thought, like, there wasn't really too much to it. And that's probably one of my main reasons why I don't like the Red Dead Redemption game in general. I think is because it is too much open stuff. Because it's a really big, expansive world with a lot of things scattered around, but it seems a bit empty to me. It seems a little bit boring. But you know what? I mean, apparently it's got a really good story. I wouldn't know, but you know, it's like. And I also want to play through Undead Nightmare as well, because that actually looks really good. See, Undead Nightmare, I think, would be what I would have preferred to play rather than Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, that looks really good. But I am gonna do one more playthrough. Actually, I'm gonna do, it's one, but it's kind of 2 more playthroughs. But it's something I think would be very good on my channel, and I think I kind of owe it to a lot of my subscribers. Hopefully, it shouldn't take very long. It depends on kind of like how it pans out. But it shouldn't take too long. Especially if I leave it relatively long parts. I think 30-minute videos are actually quite good, especially for a game like what I'm hoping to do. But yeah, so there's gonna be 2 more playthroughs on my channel, and then other than Sly 2, Sly 3, and Sly 4, which I will eventually get round to, I'm not gonna do any more playthroughs on my channel because I just don't like doing it. My internet isn't cut out for it, and then I never finish them anyway. I just don't like playthroughs. What I want to start doing once I get good internet, which won't be for a while yet, it won't be till September, is start streaming again. I don't expect people to watch my stream, but I would like to stream just because I like the idea of it. I don't have to do any preparation. I don't have to particularly talk that so much. I can just play through the game as I want, and if people want to watch and people want to talk while I do it, then whatever. You know, it gives like another layer of interaction. Say if I'm playing Dota 2, started playing Dota 2, I'll just stream a bit while I'm at it. See any people like it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to talk about very, very quickly, just some news that came up yesterday. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Basically, Respawn Entertainment, guys who are making Titanfall, came out and said that they're going to cap the game to 6v6. And oh my god, like there's been such a big outburst. Like I've seen people say things like, "Oh, I'm so glad I didn't pre-order." And it's like, oh, epic facepalm. So what I have to say on this cap is, for one thing, I've played the game in a 6v6 setting. And it was a blast. It was so good. Literally, I still think Titanfall is the best first-person shooter that I've played in years. But what I have to say about kind of the cap is that, for one thing, this is a design choice. It's not a technical choice, so it's kind of important to get that in mind. To keep that in mind, the game is balanced and designed for 6v6, and that's the game mode that should be played. You know, bigger doesn't always necessarily mean better. If you're after a game that where bigger does mean better most of the time, or just go and play Battlefield, because that's that game's gimmick. You know, that game's gimmick is the biggest combined arms experience that you can get. So if you're after a really big kind of combined arms type of game, then go and play Battlefield. But it's clear that Titanfall is being designed for a 6v6 setting, and who can blame them? I mean, Respawn Entertainment, they made Call of Duty 4 which was a staple. I mean, it created Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod, and it was it's been played competitively for years. So they definitely have a really good kind of knowledge of the competitive scene. And it's clear they're making it for a competitive game, because as anyone who has ever played competitively, I was an amateur competitive Counter-Strike Source player back in the day. I'm talking about 7 years ago now. But yeah, I played Counter-Strike Source competitively a little bit. Oh my god, just Dust 2, man. All the strategies still there. Tunnel, B tunnels. But yeah, like if anyone who's really played competitive gaming knows that, like, competitively, first-person shooters are best played with a smaller number of people, because it means that you can't hide. You can't hide. Like, if you suck, then you're gonna have an effect on the game. You know, it's why Call of Duty is played 5v5. It's why Counter-Strike is played 5v5, and it's why Halo is played 4v4, because that's the way it's been designed. The game has been designed for competitively that kind of play. I think also some people have kind of been controversial because there's bots. Now, I've played the game, so I know what the bots are, but they are literally bots. They're kind of like the battle droids from Star Wars. That's what they look like. And they're basically creeps. They're there, you shoot them, you get a lot less experience, or points rather. You get a lot less points than you would for actually killing a pilot. And basically all there is to grind a little points. So maybe you only need like 40 more points before you can unlock your Titan and call down a Titanfall. And that's all they're for. I mean, they're just there to kind of, I don't know, make it a bit more like stuff going on. And then obviously it's part of the game design too, that you can actually shoot them and get points and things like that. And they have like certain routes and things like that. Maybe like you get drops of droids, of bots, and maybe, because I was paying attention, I played like 30 minutes. I played the game for like 30 minutes, but maybe that there's drops, and it's almost like Dota, in which case like this group of bots will follow this road and engage anyone that they meet going that way, and this group of bots will follow this road, and this group of bots will follow this road. And so it's done to kind of keep pressure on the team, so that on the enemy team so that they can't push forward and spawn trap and things like that. They actually drop in from heli ships like every so often. It's pretty cool. The like lines fall down and hit the floor, and then they slide down the lines and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I mean, the important thing to note is that these aren't the same as pilots. Like you couldn't easily just swap out. You can't swap out a bot for a pilot. They're not the same resources wise or anything like that. And it's also, but past that, it's not even a technical issue. You know, Respawn have said they've tested with dozens of players, but it's just they've decided that as a design, and from a design point of view, they're going to go for the small team competitive atmosphere. You know, I mean, you go on the server list for Counter-Strike Go and Counter-Strike Source, and you can find 64 player servers. But those servers are shit. It's chaos. There's no competitiveness about it. You start running around and then you get killed again. You start running around and then you get killed again. So it's just, I think it's silly. The one thing that I think is kind of justified is that maybe they should have given you a choice. I think that's the one way. That way, that everyone who wanted to play the competitive the way it was designed to be played, you know, they could have even put that in the playlist option. This 6v6 mode is the way this mode is designed to be played. And they could have said, okay, so everyone who wants to play it the way it was designed to be played, you know, the optimum experience, then play it like that. And then there's maybe like 8v8 or 12v12. And then maybe they can fit 32 players on. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, obviously you have to worry about the fact is that everyone could possibly be in a Titan at once. So you don't want to have like 32 Titans wandering around. And that's the thing as well. I mean, talking of resources, if you have 24 people, just 24 people, each one of these people can bring in a Titan. And you can actually set the Titan to be in AI mode, so you get out of it and the AI Titan follows you around. So you could have 24 pilots and 24 Titans. Like, that's crazy. Like, that'd be chaos, you know? That's the sort of chaos that you get in 64-player Counter-Strike Go matches. I just think it's so silly. But I do think that maybe they could have put that option in. But then I also think, well, maybe they didn't want to do that because it could possibly have an adverse effect on review scores. That's the only thing I could think of. Hey, you put this mode in, but it's not very balanced or optimized. Well, and they say, oh, we'll turn around and say, oh, well, we designed it for 6v6. And then people say, oh, well, why is it only designed for 6v6? Why is it not balanced for 12v12? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's one of those you're not going to be able to win in either situation. But yeah, no, it's kind of a weird one. I think sometimes people are justified, but then again, I always fall back to the end argument, which kind of puts all doubts aside, is that this is their creative vision. You know, they see the multiplayer Titanfall experience as a 6v6 experience. This is what they want people to play when they play the games. There is a right way and a wrong way to play games. You know, Metal Gear Solid, while you get guns and all sorts, it's meant to be played as a stealth game. You know, that's the way it was designed to be played. You know, some games, and I mean, another thing, the problem is, I mean, it's going to a completely different, it's going to a completely other tangent, but the problem is that when you start trying to appeal to the widest market possible, what you end up with is like really watered down gameplay mechanics. A really good example of this would be Splinter Cell Blacklist or Splinter Cell Conviction. They're trying to appeal to both the stealth guys and the action guys, and what you end up is a jack of all trades and a master of none. They should either bring out another fucking Rainbow Six game, because Rainbow Six games are awesome, or leave Splinter Cell as the stealth game that it is, you know. But okay, I think that's everything. I think I got my thoughts out. Yeah, so I'm gonna go munch down on some more Mawam stripes. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.